Okay, so this one's going to be an interesting one. So basically, to my understanding, because I'm still learning more and more about her in particular, but she was an Egyptian, obviously, from ancient Egypt during Kemet times, around like 2000, like the 2100 BC, 2300 BCE, or whatever the case is. And sometimes she may be depicted with wings, sometimes she may be depicted with feather, right? So basically, in afterlife, um, when it comes to your judgment and which, if you're bad or good, they would like weigh your heart next to a feather. And if the feather, like whichever one was heavier, is basically what they based it off of, like where you were going in the afterlife type of thing, right? So the thing about it, why I'm speaking about it, why spirit guides were drawing me near that, like maybe you are looking more into ancient Kemet history, maybe you are learning a lot about the Egyptian laws, something about the laws, okay? But what I recognize right now is that we do have to go by, like spirit guides are calling me to speak more about Maya or whatever the case is, which is about the harmonious balance of the laws of justice. And I'm hearing justice of the peace. Maybe you're going to court, you're going to win it, you got it. Just stay humble, right? And listen to your inner guidance, right? So either way, it's all about, everybody's always talking about being right, being right, being right. And it's not about being right. It's about doing what's right, right? And a lot of beings are acting out of their ego and not out of their faith. When you're acting out of your faith, you're allowing God to pave that way. When you are acting out of your ego, you feed more into that entity, right? That becomes bigger than you really need it to. You know what I mean? You're telling God that you're the God. You are going to take everything into your hands and deal with justice in the way you need to, even though there is a justice of peace. Peace, right? Peace. There is a justice of peace, right? So God is calling us to not only serve judication, because you are that. Like being an empath, being a star seed, you know what I mean? That is what you do. You cause balance to bring back the new earth, the new wave, the new era, right? So, but God is saying to make sure you see the good and the bad in both. Like there has to be a balance, the harmonious balance, right? And people nowadays, you find a lot of beings are leaning more down to, the laws that would leave their soul doomed, so to speak, right? And you got to leave them to it. Leave people to their britches.